I guess today is the day, my boys. Mm, mm. Uh, mm, mm. Um, well, what did I even just click? Mm, mm. External link, the roadmap here, and okay. Hmm. I don't know what. Yo, what's good, everyone, bro? How are you guys?
Was good.
Let me hope y'all are cool, bro. Okay, we are Gucci. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Okay, class of LinkedIn roadmap. Okay. Ugh. Yo, what's poppin', my brothers? I mean, hope you all are cool, bro. Okay, let me see, bitrate. Is everything fine? 4,800? Can I? Okay, it's fine. Yep. You know, the only funny part is that, okay, background opacity, I can reduce the opacity that much, right? Um, it should be good. Yeah. I think I can read something that's behind this, but can I just reduce it though? Wait, hold on. There's no way I can reduce this stuff, bro. I don't know how this is like. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put it on the right. Yeah, I guess on the right. And what's funny is that TikTok expects me to be interacting with this stuff, otherwise it will go off. Matter of fact, let me look for it. How many minutes till TikTok live studio times up? Okay. I think it takes about, I don't know. Let's just see. Um, 5 minutes of inactivity. That's crazy, bro. That's honestly crazy. That's stupid if you ask me, bro. But nonetheless, let's just get straight into the point of the video today. So let me open a Scarlet Draw. And we can start going crazy. So today's the day, bro. We're gonna be hosting our application that we built yesterday. And hopefully we are going to we're gonna learn a lot from it. So let's see how it goes. Oh my goodness. Let's see how it goes. What else do we need? I think we got everything we need, right? Okay, let me hit up my guy. Mm, mm. All right, boys. So I think we are good to go now. Let me just make sure everything is straight. So let's look at the problem statement first of all before we just rush to solving it. I don't know how I can just put this TikTok stuff because for some reason it is blocking my view. All right, I think this is about where I can place it. Okay, so yo, my boys on YouTube, bro. Let me hope you guys can see my screen, right? Yup. Let me hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, so we're gonna be doing data structures and algorithms today, and like we did yesterday, we did a medium problem yesterday. The same thing we're gonna be doing today. So today's problem is lead code 150, and the problem statement is evaluate reverse Polish notation. Well, reverse Polish notation is is a little bit hard, right? This is a hard problem. I don't know why they're calling it medium, but we are gonna solve it nonetheless. All right, that's what we're gonna be doing. So, before we rush into coding, I want us to do some abstractions first. Okay, so we're gonna get into this, and I'm gonna make you guys understand. Oh my God, my girl is calling me. Yo, Princess, Wagwan. I'm on stream. I'm on stream. I will call you after. I bet. Uh, okay. So, the reverse Polish notation. I think yeah, reverse evaluate reverse Polish notation. It states that if we have, for example, let me just use this. 2 times 3 times 4 times 6. I know you guys can see this properly, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So if you have something like this, right? This is the normal notation, right? This is the normal notation that we are used to. Let me even just add like plus so that we can create some difference. Let me just say something like this, okay? So back in like I think high school or primary, you were taught something like this, BODMAS, right? Or another short form of it is like DMAS, I guess. Something like DMAS, something like that. DMAS. All right, so as you can see, right? This is brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. But this one is division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So this is the order of multiplication, like the order, I mean, the order of operations that you need to do on everything. So let's assume here we had these numbers in brackets, right? It will change the order of which we are going to be doing these operations, right? Let me just make this like maybe 2 to 1. And somewhere here, I'm going to add something like, I think, division, right? Divided by 2. So in order for us to solve this problem in the normal notation, right, we're going to have something like this. We look at first the brackets comes first. That means we have to first subtract, right? 21 minus 3. You understand? So we're going to do 21 minus 3. And then after that, we can go to off, that is multiplication, right? 4 times 6. That's if we had off, but at this moment we don't have any like off here, right? Like if we have something like this, we don't have any off, so we're just going to assume this multiplication. We shall do it afterwards, right? So we're going to have something like this. Division will come before multiplication. That means we have to also sort these two numbers together, right? This 6 divided by 2, we have to sort it together. And then we shall be left with plus whatsoever we shall divide here, whatsoever we shall subtract here, right? Matter of fact, let me just make it easier by just having this. We're going to have the answer that we shall get after subtracting here, and the answer that we shall get after dividing this. This will be probably 3, and this will be something like 19, if I'm not mistaken. So we add 1 to it, that's 20, and then 2 will be 11. I think it's 19. And we're going to have plus 4 here. And then we are going to have again multiplication here. So now we shall have to again multiply first. That means we shall have 12 plus whatsoever we shall have here, which is 19, right? So if you add these two together, this will probably be 11. You put 1 up here, you're gonna have 2, 2, 3. This will probably be 31. Okay, it might be wrong. Okay, but at the end of the day, we followed like the order of operations. So this is what you call like the normal notation that we are used to, right? But then if we go into using the reverse, let me now, I think we can just go down like this. And in order for this to be reverse Polish notation, right, which is here, reverse Polish notation, I guess something like that. Hold on, let me make sure everything looks good. You still remember math? I do, bro. I do. Well, you thought I was dumb, bro. Come on, Baji. I still remember math, of course. you, you have to know some good mathematics in order to be a good programmer, right? I think. Ball, my boy. What's good, man? How you doing, brother? All right, so let me make sure everything works properly. I don't know why this is stuck. I can see you guys on YouTube as well. That is nice. That is nice. Okay. So now the reverse Polish notation is going to be something like this. All right. Something like this. We're going to look at this number like 21 minus 3 plus 4 times whatsoever. That means for reverse Polish notation, the actual operand, right? We're going to have something like operands and operators, right? Yeah, we're going to have operands and operators. Now, we look at this exact expression here in this form, right? We say between 21 and minus here, which one is the operand and which one is the operator? I think the operand is this these two numbers, right? On the left and right of this two stuff. But it's a little bit hard in here. I don't even know how, bro. Gisos is way too hard, bro. God damn. So I'm good, man. Just learning a bit from you. Yo, listen. I'm sorry because sometimes I just assume like most people already know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I apologize, my G. You know. Okay, put this fun over here because it's a little bit hot. Okay, so now we're going to have these two numbers here, the left side and the right side. Now, this is the left side and this is the right side. These two are all operands, right? These two, they're all operands. And then whatsoever is in the middle here, it's the operator, right? Whatsoever that's in the middle here, it's the operator. So that means now we are just going to have to look at these numbers like this in order to change it into reverse Polish notation. We're going to pick these. What's going on with my mouse, bro? Cool. We're going to look at these numbers like this. 21. We're going to add this comma somewhere here, comma again, and then we're going to have minus here. Now, that's how you do reverse Polish notation. And then we're going to have, this was plus, okay. We're going to have this like this. 4 will come before this. We're going to have plus and then something like this. We shall have another comma here. And then since we are multiplying 4, we are multiplying 4 with these ones. That means we have to put this x this side. And then we are going to have this here. It shouldn't be capital X, just small x. Okay, we are going to have something like this, and division will be the last. So now this is how we are going to x division here. And then, yep. Now this is reverse Polish notation, right? This one right here, you've converted it from the regular notation here to reverse Polish notation. And that's basically just how you do this. Now, how do you evaluate now? You know, how do you solve in order to get, I think, 31? How do you solve it? Now, I could just open this. I think there's a visualizer. There's a visualizer that I could show you guys, but I don't really have that time. Let's just go straight into trying to solve the problem. Well, so how do we solve this problem now? As you can see, we have, for example, this input and output, right? Let me just copy this entire input and output. We copy this. I'm not going to really go through all this, reading this for you guys, but if you want to, you can just read it from me. So like you're given an array of strings, tokens that represents an arithmetic expressions in reverse Polish notation, evaluate the expression, return an integer that represents the value of the expression, whatsoever. Okay, nice. Let me just paste this somewhere here, and I'm just going to make this a little bigger so I can explain this better. Right, so we are going to have token here, input tokens. We have the inputs here as 2, 1, plus 3, 3. Now, let me just remove this, right? Let me assume this is not there for now. Then we look at this. We have 2, 1, 1, I mean 2, 1 plus 3 and multiplication here. So how do we achieve the regular operation for this one? We are going to have something like this. Instead of having this 2 1, that means if you have something in front of it, that means we're adding 2 plus 1 and we are going to have 3. And then here you have 3 here, and then you have an operator this side. That means we're going to have the 2 plus 1 here, right? Which will be 3. And then 3 times this 3, and we're going to have 9. So that's the reason why we have this uh, output here as 9. And then the explanation is like this: 2 plus 1 times 3 is 9. So that's basically it, my boys. And I guess you get the point, right? What else? What else? What else do we have to handle? I think that is it for the explanation part. Now, how are we going to solve this problem, right? We're going to solve this problem in a very nice way. And I'll show you guys in a minute, right? So let's first create this array DQ of integers, right? We're gonna have DQ that is gonna take in integers. We're just gonna call this stack for now, right? Is equals to new array DQ, right? Oh my goodness, something like this. New array DQ. I don't know if you guys can see my screen properly, bro. You know, I don't know if you guys can see my screen properly, but if you can, that is cool. All right. So we have this here. Now we need to say int n is going to be the whatsoever here, the length of what we need, right? Here we're calling it tokens, but we can keep it just like this for now, and then we are just going to loop through this entire um integers here. So we're going to have for tokens, for example, let me just copy this entire tokens array. Going to have something like this, right? Let me comment out this line. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see my screen, or I need to just make it bigger. I think I should just zoom in like this, right? I think this is now clearer for you guys to see it. Okay. That should do it, my boys. Brother, I am having a hackathon, but I don't know what problem statement and idea to choose. Do you have any suggestion? Hmm. For hackathons, bro, I really don't know. I can't lie to you. Because I'm not big on hackathons. I really don't know, bro. I can't lie. So what is it all about? Like, what is it all about? I think for every hackathon, there's always something they give for you to build, right? I think. Yeah, I gotta be honest, bro. I can't lie to you for sure. All right. So we have these tokens here. That means we need to look for int here, int t within tokens array, right? I think it's tokens, right? Then we are gonna do something while no, this is a college hackathon, so it's not really much. Then that's interesting. For college hackathons, I would say I think you can just look at your college and try to do something or build something that is going to be useful for the students in your college. I think that would really give you an edge if you ask me. What do you think? Okay. What do you think, my boy? Okay. So we need to understand yeah, yeah, for real. I'd say maybe you build a library management system, right? Because then the library management system will help you understand a lot of stuff, concurrency, avoiding rest conditions. Like let's say two people just come to get the book at the same time, and like, there's a lot of stuff you can learn from library management system, or maybe the MIS, right, for your school. It could be anything you want to do, really, but look at the scope and then understand what you want to do. I guess that will help. Mm, all right. So now, how do we approach this problem statement? We have int t, right? For every token, we have for every token within this token array. While we need to understand something, right? We need to understand something. Hmm. Are we really going to run the while loop right now? Hmm. This is gonna be a little tricky. I can't. I swear to God, I can't lie to you. We are gonna solve it, yeah, but it's a little bit tricky though. It's a little bit tricky, bro. Hmm. Okay, we have this. Let me see. Reverse Polish notation. We have two, 1 plus 3. This. So we need to now loop while 2 plus 1 left right. So I think we need to create those ones. We could have something like this. Let me say, what are we going to keep on the left? So we shall have something probably like int left. Left will be stock.pop, and then the right will be something like int the right side also. We also need to take care of the right side is equals to stack.pop, right? That means the element on the left and the element on the right, something like that. And then we can keep int result. We instantiate result, but we do not use it yet. Hmm. And then after that, we need to do this while the stock is, hmm. Yeah, this problem is hard, bro. I can't lie to you, my boys. We're gonna have a hard time, brother. I also wanted to do DSA in Java. How do I start? All right, if you want to do DSA in Java, I'd say you first learn Java, right? Because there's no way you can do DSA in Java if you don't know Java. So you first have to learn Java. And learning Java is not really very complex, if you ask me. You use something like roadmap.sh. You can go to roadmap.sh and yeah, just here. And let me go to, like, for example, Java. And then yeah, this can make you understand everything that you need, really, for sure. From the basic syntax, understanding strings, methods, operations, arrays, conditionals, loops, basics, and all that, error handling. I feel like if you understand most of these basics, you can do DSA, because DSA just wants you to understand strings and methods, mostly arrays, conditionals, and loops. Yeah, this is enough for you to start doing DSA. But if you want to be better, you can just continue with like basic object-oriented programming and just finish up with all this. I guess that's all you need to know, my boys. Plus, also collections. I almost forgot. You need to know arrays and array lists, sets, maps, queues, dequeues, stacks, iterators, and generic collections. Once you know all this, it's easier for you to start doing DSA with Java. Really. I think that's yes, I've learned Java now. I want to move forward. Okay. Now you can go to this roadmap as well by need code, and then just start from here. You go to like the first easy problem, you attempt. I think the roadmap is very straightforward. You can come and use this roadmap. Yeah, that's all I have for you, my boy. For sure, for sure. Yeah, bro. It's really hard to like become consistent. So consistency will pay off. I promise, bro. Okay. Now, we need to understand how we are looping here. For every T in tokens, and then I need to understand. Let's use a while loop here. While while T dot is empty, what are we using as the stock? While the stock is not empty, right? While the stock dot is empty. Hmm. So if while the stock is not empty, go ahead and do this. That's what we need to understand. But let's just keep the while loop for now open. Let me just take this down for now. Okay, then we can have all these elements, paste them here. Bam. Okay, something like this, my brother. And now we need to understand how we are going to make this switch statement. Wait a minute. Now I see. We don't have to use any while loop, bro. We don't have to use a while loop, bro. What am I doing? My brain is I think I slept a lot, right? We need to use a switch statement rather than a while loop. What am I talking about? Okay, let's use a switch, right? Now for the switch, we are going to make sure we have T as the main switch, and then we can have the first case. The case in case, okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to have in case it's what addition, right? I think the first element is addition. So let's use the first thing here as addition. We could have something like this. While is addition, then do something, right? And what are we going to do with that? We're going to say left minus right, right? So we are going to say result, which is what we instantiated here. Result is equals to left minus right. And then we break from that statement. And then we can go to the second case. Now the second case could be, let me take this down. Man, is so these guys have some the worst developer experience. While the case is this is addition, let's use this as addition. And then while the subtraction is subtraction as well. Let's go ahead and grab this. And then we use here multiplication. Let's go ahead and use multiplication here. Okay, that should make sense. Then the last one here is just going to be division. And yep, we just make sure the case is division. And we go ahead and divide the left from the right. And if all that is true, right? If all that is true, then we need to go ahead and push this. We're going to have stack.push. We push the result to the stack, right? The result to the stack. Or else we're going to have a problem. Okay. So now that means we need to put this entire thing within an if statement, right? So let me just copy this entire stuff, grab this. We're going to have an if statement here. And then we are going to have within the if statement, we're going to throw this. The switch. And then outside the if statement, we're going to have or else if the stack is empty, or we can just have it as else, and then we just say throw. We're going to throw new illegal argument exception. I think that is going to do it. This is going to be a method. Okay, this might be a little bit confusing, my brothers, but just bear with me. We're gonna make it straightforward right now. Okay. Now let's come back here and try to solve this. Let me just come here. All right, we're going to have if this t here, right? If t is equals to this, we could say if t is the same as addition, since we started with addition, or t is equals to subtraction, or t is equals to what? What else did we use? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? Is equals to multiplication, or t is equals to, we could have division here, right? Then go ahead and do whatsoever thing that we did here. I mean, we need to just take this and, okay, this switch statement, grab this entire switch statement, put it like this, and then this can be somewhere like this. Okay, so here we just return stack dot is empty. We just return an empty stack if all of that is not true, right? So, bro, if you've learned Java, I would recommend you to start putting it into use, like good use, bro, by building project for sure, for sure. All right, so what else? What else should we do? As long as we loop through these tokens, this array of tokens, for every token within the tokens, check if t is the same as addition or is subtraction or is multiplication or is division, then we're going to have these switch cases. Now let's cut this off and put it within the switch itself. Should we put it within the switch? I am not sure if we should do this within the switch, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so now we have this like this, right? This switch statement, we push this in case all of that is true, or else we throw this. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Let's try to run this. Let's try to run it. Let's try to run it. So what's gonna happen? Okay, what's going on here? Default. Okay, we needed a default case. Stack.pub. This is actually the default case. We needed a default case here. Okay. Default. Yep, something like this. Default case. Let me create some gap here. So the default case is going to be this. We just throw this exception, illegal argument exception, if it all fails. Then we push this, the result to the stack, and then else we now have to return, we return stack dot push, and then we have t dot pass int. I'm gonna have integer dot pass int, and then we just pass in that t. Now let's see what's gonna happen, right? Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's try it one more time to run it. Hopefully, yeah, we have an issue. Let's see. Let's see what's going on again with this error. We have int t, the left, right result. Let's first remove it out of this. Put it this side. As you guys can see, my boys, this is raw and uncut, bro. We're doing this stuff live. You can see how hard these problems are to solve, right? It's crazy. Let's try to run it one more time. All right, incompatible types. Strings cannot be converted to int. That means these types here shouldn't be strings, right? Let's put them something like this. Okay. Single strings. Let's use single strings minus. Let's use single strings here as well. This is, I think, multiplication. All right. Let's use division here. Now, let's try it one more time. Hopefully this time we pass, okay? Yeah, it looks like, oh, all right, what's going on again? See, we didn't have any problem again, but what's really going on? These are all strings, right? We cannot convert these strings. Okay, this is int. I use int. Let me try to use a string. Let's use a string here. Okay, let's run it again. Oh yeah, now look at this stupid shit, right? Okay, this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna try to do this. Let's use this as a string now. Okay. This is hard as hell. This problem is not easy, bro. Okay, let's go and try. Uh okay. I think this is going to work. Okay, let's run it again and see. See what's gonna happen. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? So we are all good up to this part. Oh, we need to also change this into strings. My bad, my bad. Okay, this is gonna be case a string. This is minus string as well. Bro. I don't know if you guys like to watch somebody suffer, bro, but this is crazy. I'm telling you. All right. Let's go back again. This is division. Okay, now, boys, boys, boys. Come on now. Come on, bro. So now we have another illegal argument exception problem. Default throw a new illegal argument exception. Okay, let's say throw new runtime. Let's just say runtime exception. Runtime exception. I don't know if runtime exception is gonna work, but let's see. Oh my god. Yeah. Incompatible types. Now that is okay, right? This is fine. We have to goddamn go through incompatible types void cannot be converted to int. Okay. Wait, what are you saying? I should use the what? My boy said use emails method of. What's that? What is equals method of? What do you mean by that, bro? Hey man, for some reason TikTok always trips when I don't interact with their goddamn stuff. So I have to just interact with their weird stuff, bro. Doesn't make sense at all. Okay, let's see. What are you saying? What are you saying? Brother, use the emails method of. What is emails method of? Let me see. Method of. What are you talking about, bro? You first type it properly. I can't see it. I can't see it, bro. First type it, bro. I can't see it. I swear to God. I can see what you're saying. Okay. Oh, for some reason, oh Lord, what are we gonna be missing now? Okay, let me change this back to integer and see what's gonna happen. Let me run this. So the entire thing is correct, but for this, it's not gonna work. Okay, let's run it one more time. Yeah. It's not working, bro. It's not working, bro. This is why I had to do lead code, man. Oh God. You don't know how annoyed I am, bro. You guys on YouTube can just, like you guys are just funny as hell, bro. Somebody's telling me to use something that doesn't exist. It's crazy. All right, let me see. This is gonna give me some headache today. I can't lie. Okay, I can't lie. We need to solve this. We are returning stack.push integer.pass int t. Yeah, we are pushing this to the stack, push that t to the stack, or else return an empty stack. Yeah. But your method, I don't know. I don't know how to solve that, bro, for sure. I'm going through a lot now. Wait, I think I have a submission, right? Yeah, I think I submitted a problem of this caliber. I have a lot of problems solved. Not a lot though, but yeah, some 17 problems. Speaking of reverse notation, it could be this one, right? So we could be one solution away from this problem. Wait a minute. Uh, okay, let's look at our submission, right? Let's look at our submission. But when did you submit this problem, bro? I don't remember at all. Yeah, bro. We're gonna have to ask the big man what's really going on with our problem. Let's just ask the big dog what's going on, bro. This problem is hard. I give up, bro. What's the issue here? And how do we solve it? Or else, what am I doing wrong? Wrong that is causing runtime errors, right? Okay, let's see. Let's see how it's gonna do. So what's gonna happen? Your code has critical syntax error and logical errors causing the main problem. So the main issues are the string conversion bug. We're using equals to, which is reference equality, which fails the string literals. We use dot equals this. So yeah, that was the only issue, bro. Yeah, that was the only problem. God. Okay. I understand it now. I was supposed to say t dot equals this and equals that equals that equals that, and then we just add whatsoever. And we are going to say division truncated 0. That is true. Runtime error, invalid exception. Okay. I think that was it, bro. Let's just fix it now. Let's fix it real quick. But here, instead of returning this stack, we are supposed to just pop, right? Say, instead of returning an empty stack, we can just say stack.pop, and then we just pop the entire thing out, and then we can just come here and use this, right? So t dot equals, we can just put this equals here, which is addition, and then just replace it with the rest, you know? T dot equals, T dot equals. This is going to be subtraction. And the same applies here, which is going to be multiplication. And the last one, I think this is the one. Okay, now this is going to be our division. So let's see what's going to happen next. Runtime exception, we can just say invalid operator. Okay, invalid operator. What next? Push the stock, return this if it's an int, as you can see, pass int, or else we just pop the final result. Okay. Hopefully this works, bro. Let's run it. There's nothing that annoys me more than what's going on again. Okay, we are not supposed to have pass int. Oh, we're not returning this stupid shit. Let's go. Let's see. Bro, what's the issue, bro? Okay, we're returning this here. But stack.push this pass int t. What are we missing? Oh Lord. Stack.this, return this. We have two return statements. I'm gonna remove this first return statement. And then, yep, we are returning this outside this, actually. Yeah, now let's just run it again. Bro, I can't believe that we've passed only one condition and we failed the rest. So something is definitely wrong. And I think that this AI is stupid, right? Let's just use the big dog. Where you at? ChatGPT. So why did we fail that? Why did we fail? Pass the rest of the cases. Why did we fail with the rest of the cases? Let's see what's happening. So you are popping operands in the wrong order. In reverse Polish notation, when you see an operator, right is equals to pop this, the most recent number, left is pop this, the one before it, compute left of P. Okay, so the only issue we have is that swap the pops. We're going to have left plus right break. Okay, left minus right break. Oh, so the only issue is here. The issue is up there. I didn't even see it coming, bro. So that means we have to take care of these positions. As you can see, if we run this, we're gonna fail, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna fail. We're gonna pass one condition. That's because for multiplication, I think is commutative or is commutative, whatsoever. Let me look at commutative. Is it commutative? Commutative, what does that mean? refers to a property in math where the order of elements in binary operation does not affect the result. Yes, so addition is commutative, right? Whether you add the first element or the second operand before, I mean, operand, yes, it doesn't affect the final result. But this time we have to make sure stack.pop, the right one, is the first element, right? So let's take the first element and put it up here. That means we are good to go now. Oh my god, this problem killed me, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. I can't lie. So boom, we passed, bro. Ah, yo, let's go, bro. Stop playing. Oh, stop playing, bro. Oh, bro, I was sweaty, bro. I was literally sweating, bro. Let's see. Can we just submit it now? So I don't want to deal with this problem again. Okay, so our solution finished in 7 milliseconds, and we beat 40% of the people that are currently doing this problem. Yeah, we've done it, my boys. So now let's try to break down the entire let's try to break down time complexity, time and space complexity. Let's speak about big O big O notation. Right, let's speak big O notation. I mean, it's time and space complexity. Wait, let me touch this TikTok before it just cuts me off. Because for some reason TikTok is stubborn and it's gonna cut me off. Um, bro, where you at? Okay, right here. I think I need to do something. It is fine, it's fine. So let's go back to our problem again. Let's speak about the big O notation. All right, this is the measure of whether or not your algorithm, right? If your algorithm is faster or slow, right? With respect to time. With respect to time. So how can we make this smaller? Just something like this, okay? So big O notation calculates whether or not your algorithm is fast or slow with respect to time. Now, let's try to draw a graph that is going to represent our big O notation here in the concept. We have big O notation, we have time, we have space. So now let's speak about space, right? Speaking of space, let's assume we have n here. If we go back to this problem, this n is the number of values within this array or the length of this, right? If we look at the length of this of the array, right? It's what? The length of the array is 2, 1, 3, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means, I mean, it's 5, right? That means there are 5 elements there. There are 5 elements there. All right. Now let's go back and try to calculate this time and space complexity. So speaking of this, the space is 5. Now time is gonna depend on how many times. Let's see, we have the first for loop here, and we have a if statement. The first for loop will make it big O. I'm gonna remove this. The first for loop will give it big O of n, right? This is gonna be the time, big O of n. Let's continue moving. We have a if statement that is O of 1. That is gonna be big O of 1, right? Another operation here is going to be a switch statement, which is as well big of 1 because we are checking, we are not creating any new space here and we are not taking any extra time. So every operation here is we just operate through it once. That means we are multiplying, I mean, we are adding left plus right once, we are subtracting left plus right once, we're also doing this once, or else we are defaulting to an error and then we just push to the stack, and pushing to the stack is like O of 1 time operation for the stack, right? So if we look at the stack, we're going to have O of 1 for push, pop, and pick, right? If let me just put this to T. Let me say stock. Put this like this, bro. Mm, okay, so for the stock, let me just put this text. We're gonna have stock operations. Stock operations. We're going to have the first operation might be boom. We're going to have pop, right? Stack.pop. If we have, for example, the queue, we instantiate an array of integers. I mean, a stack of integers is equals to new array dq. And some people usually ask me, why do I use always array dq? Because you can even just instantiate this like this. You can have stack here. You can have stack of integers called new stack. You could call this stack as well and have a stack here. This is still going to make sense, but this is more semantically correct. And yeah, I think you can even use here a queue as well. The queue here is the opposite of a queue. That's why we have it as a stack. Now, let's assume we have that stack. We are going to have operations here, like for example, stack.pop, which is going to be big O of n. I mean, big O of one time. It's constant time, right? So this is going to be constant time complexity. Since we are not creating any extra space, and then this is also going to be a stack operation that is going to be push, and you can push any value. You can push X, you can push T, which is what we are representing here with tokens. We are saying represent. I mean, go ahead and push this result that we got here, right? As you can see, we have a result here. For every operation, we have a result to it. If we are adding, store everything within this result. This is a variable that just keeps the result. So now we can push our T, or we can even push result, whatsoever value that you have here, okay? I'm just gonna keep it as X for now. And that operation is also of one constant time. We're also gonna have peak. Now, this peak here is also going to be O of 1. So that means for the entire stack, right, for this entire place here, this entire switch statement, the space is going to, I mean, the time complexity is still going to be O of 1. So I'm going to have big O of 1, right? So if we start from up here, we have the first for loop that is going to be big O of 1 as well, of n depending on the elements, right? So that's not 1. We're going to have time complexity, here, which is going to be equals to the first O, big O of n, and this n represents the number. We're just going to put here n is equals to number of elements in the array. Okay, put this here. That makes sense. So we have number of elements in the array, then we add. Let's go back and see. We have another if statement here that is going to be O of, oh my God. Oh shit, my neck hurts, man. This is going to be O of one operation. This is also going to be O of one operation. And this entire thing is O of one operation as well. So this entire this complex operation, the entire thing here is just going to be O of one. I mean O of n. Oh God, this is going to be O of n. So the time complexity here is just going to be O of n. The total time complexity is going to be O of n. Total time complexity is going to be O of n. Now, what else do we need to take care of? Space. Since we are looping through this entire tokens, we're going to be also stuck with O of n as well. Oh my God. Total space complexity is going to be O of n as well. So I think that is it for this entire problem, and we've solved it, man. Oh my God. So I think that's it, my boys. I don't know what else you guys want to see. Now we can just get to the coding part of today's stuff. So I'm gonna close this off, close this off, close this off, close this. off. And then, yeah, we can get to the coding aspect of things today. Okay, let me interact with this before it goes off. Everything looks clean. What's up, y'all? How you guys doing over there on TikTok? You guys are cool. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have this transactional. We solved this already. So I think the only thing we have left is to just build this entire thing here. So what am I gonna do? I think I'm going to take this entire, we have this generator, test classes. Mm, okay, okay. So let's go ahead and just rebuild this entire image from scratch again, all right? We're gonna say dot mvm Maven wrapper clean package to just build our entire application from scratch again. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, now as that is running, let's also go and run the front end. Let's run the front end real quick. Open up, bro. Open up. Okay. I'm gonna say bond dev. Let's run the front end. Okay. Okay, that's the front end. Let's go ahead and run our backend for now. We have that created. Mm, we have a Docker compose. Let's try to run this application. Okay. So we have this application running. Glorified to do. Pulling images. Okay, it's pulling the Postgres image. It's done pulling the, okay, it's just downloading it from Docker Hub. That's nice. And which image are we actually pulling? Oh, we are pulling the latest image. So I think it will be Postgres 18. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of work, bro. Damn. So as it's pulling the image, right? Let me just go and showcase to you guys something on GitHub. If anybody wants to check out my GitHub, y'all can go and check it out, bro. I have some insane stuff on GitHub. So let me go bring just this stuff down. As you guys can see, bro, your boy goes crazy on GitHub. Can you guys see? Like, this represents how many times I code, bro. Can you guys see this? This is how many times I be coding. This is crazy work. It's a crazy work, bro. I swear to God. Um, let's go back here. Okay, so it's done pulling the image and it restarted the server. That's nice. So now we are live on Tomcat 8080. If we try to throw a call command, not actually a call command, we can just go to our front end and make sure we test it out. So let me open the inspector and then I go to the network tab and we reload the entire page one more time. Okay, as you guys can see, we are trying to fetch from our backend API, and currently we have nothing going on. As you can see, it is status code of 200. That means it is successful. So now let's try to create a new task and see what's gonna happen. Hello there. Okay, maybe we could say code. That's the first task. As you guys can see, we are creating the task, and from the inspector, let's inspect what's going on. As you can see, let me just create a new task again, and it's going to be eat, code, eat, wake up, sleep, repeat. I think code, eat. Let me create that. As you can see, task created, and let's check this out. It's hitting, it's I think using a post request. Yep. And we have that. All right, let's now create another one. Code it. Mm, I think it's supposed to be wake up, eat, sleep, whatever, but let's just have it like that. Let's just put anything so that we can see the pagination. If the paginations comes through. Okay, I think the pagination, yep, now we have pagination in place. That's good. So if we go to the second page, we have this. We come back to the first page, we have that. We can check off this. We can uncheck it. We can delete it once it's done. All right, and some beautiful animations. Now let's first see what's happening. We are making an API call for everything. As you can see, once we check something, we are hitting this endpoint called complete. And once we reopen it, we shall hit this endpoint, which is reopen. Oh, that's interesting. So it means we are actually working, right? So let me just go and walk you guys through this entire code base, not the entire code base, God forbid, but at least some for the most part. Let me go to the controller itself. So this was happening for every crate. For every crate to do, we are hitting this endpoint. For every get request for getting all to dos, we are hitting this endpoint that goes to slash API, as you can say, slash API slash to dos. And then here we are getting a single to do. That is when we go and click this to do here. As you can see, we are just selecting one single to do and we are trying to look into it to see what's going on with it. Why is it taking forever? Task not found. Why? Why is it not found? Something is wrong there. Yeah, something is wrong with that. Why is it telling us task not found? Because let me try to inspect. Matter of fact, let's try to mark this as done. Okay, it's working. It's working as well. Now let me inspect it to see what's really going on. Network. Let me just click one single to do. Okay, for some reason, it is not showing what we need. It is not showing what we need. So there's potentially some bugs that we need to fix. And that's what I hate with front-end code, right? Undefined and then one. Why is it telling us undefined? What's really going on? Okay, let's check first our API.ts. So what's going on here? We are not in production, obviously. Okay. So for this creating to do, we have that in place. Allow. But for fetching to do is what? Okay, I think reopen, not reopen to do, but one single to do, it's missing. That endpoint is missing. So we have update to do here, delete to do, complete to do, reopen to do. Okay, we don't have fetching to do. I don't know where we are fetching the to dos from, but let's go to list. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? To do list. Here is where we are fetching. So let's see what's happening here. To do item to be exact. Okay, if the to do is completed, that is fine. Okay, we can just go to the API and try to create it, right? So we can just create that new endpoint. We're just gonna select this. It's create to do, update to do, and delete to do. Okay, let's just create that. We're gonna say this is going to be fetch to do. Fetch to do, or maybe fetch to do's first. Do we have again another fetch to do somewhere? Yeah, we have fetch to do's here. So we don't have one single to do. I think that's the reason why we have a problem. So let me just fetch only one single to do. And the data, why is AI giving us some weird shit? Okay, just complete it. Oh, this is interesting. We just needed to do that. Now let's go back here and try to select one to do. No, it's not supposed to take forever, bro. It's not supposed to take forever. Let me just restart this again. Bundle, go back. Mm, okay. All right. Let me see. Let me see if we actually hitting that endpoint. Let me put this TikTok thing somewhere here. Okay, let me hit this and so we actually hitting to-dos undefined. Then we are getting one to do. So what's this undefined here? We are not supposed to hit undefined. If we look at this, we're just supposed to only go to API slash to-dos, and then for every to-do, we just pick the one with the ID. So let's go back. let's look at let's look at reopening to-do. We're supposed to have this base URL slash ID, and that is it. So base URL slash the ID, and it's not doing anything. Hmm. Yeah, something is not right. Something is not right for real. So let to just make sure that it's not our front end that's the problem. Let's just check it with Postman. Oh my god. So let's test it out with Postman. Let's make sure it's not our stuff that's the problem. Get all to dos. So we are fetching all to dos here. Now let's get a single to do with the ID. Oh, and we are getting it. As you can see, if I change this to like 2, we're gonna get 2. Now let's change it to like 3, and we're gonna get 3. Let me just interact with this studio before. Bro, come on, bro. TikTok, you can't do me like that. Okay, this is stupid, bro. Why are you guys doing this? Jesus, why are TikTok just weird like that? Okay, let's go here. 4, send again. We are getting it. So what's the problem? Base URL. We are getting the ID. Okay, let's kill that for now. Okay, base URL, ID, fetch by ID. Let's tell Claude Opus here. Why are we not fetching? Are we not fetching the to do details? I guess it's broken. Okay, so that's it, my boys. Let's see what else we need to handle. Uh, allowing this conversation. Fetch is defined, but it's never actually called anywhere in the code base. Let me check the details page. I found the bug, only one line. Oh, wait, we have them in the to-dos details here. What was the problem? Okay, this is the issue. Let me see. Oh, the ID was actually missing, that's why. Jeez, this is correct, this is correct. Next public API URL, or else you get that. But I wanna, why do we, wait, why do we have logic in here that we had everything inside the API.ts. Ah, man. Yo, my boys, anybody out there who codes it front end with AI? I don't like front end. I can't lie to you guys. Miss me with the front end, bro. I'm not big on front end. I don't like it. There's no good reason. It was an inconsistent oversight at some point. The fix I applied removes the duplication as a detail page calls that. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, brother. Let's go ahead and check it one more time to see if it fixed it. Bond dev. Okay, let's go back to our refresh the front end again. Um, yes. Now we're getting the exact detail page. Fine. We can edit this to like edit me here. Then we can save it. And we are saving it. So that means our entire project now works, right? We can click this to take us to the details page. We can go back to the front page. We can check out the ones that we've done. We can check them all actually. And there you go. We can go to the next page and come back again, go back, add more stuff, increase them. And I think we are good now. I think we are good. So we can finally go and host the entire application now. So we have the front end hosted on Vercel. If you guys did not watch yesterday, we hosted the front end on Vercel. So let me just kill the entire thing here, and then I can go and send it to GitHub. So I'm gonna say git add everything, and then git commit -m added correct details page for every to do. I think that's why we're gonna leave it at, and then we can go ahead and just say git push to GitHub. Then we shall push those changes. All right, we are good to go now. We can just close this off and close this off as well. Come back here. Make sure we check the repository. Let's first make sure we have all the changes. So we have all the changes that we made, added this details page, and we have some deployments. If we go to Vercel right now, Vercel, it should have our entire deployments. So I think it initiated a certain, yeah, just now it already deployed our application. So let's go ahead and check our deployed application. The backend is not yet ready, it's not yet deployed, so it will not really access any backend or no network here. So it will return no tasks yet. Now our task for today is to just go ahead and deploy the front end. I mean the entire backend. Right? What's going on here? Let's just go ahead and deploy the entire backend. So let me stop this from running. Now we are starting to do some DevOps jobs now. Let's go and do some DevOps now. Make sure we have the jar. So we have we build this file. Okay, that is already built. The next thing we're gonna do is make sure we have the Docker images. Let me first check Docker images, image ls. We have the Postgres one only. So we're gonna say Docker build -t, and we are not gonna have the exact. Oh my God, we're not going to keep the exact platform running. We're just going to have this at latest. We have proc filthy. Let's first build it without this tag. Let's build a local image first without the tag. A local image without the tag. Let's see what's gonna do. Okay. So we have a local image. Now let's say Docker images. So now we have that image, which is here, glorified to do, and we can check it here to confirm that it exists. We have, what's this? This is a container glorified to do with the backend. Oh, this is the database instance. Oh, this is Postgres actually. Not bad. But we don't want to keep this Postgres, this local Postgres running. So let's say Docker compose down V. We're just going to delete that with the actual volume. And let's go back to Docker. Yep, it's missing. We have this image. Now we need to just build the actual container itself from the image, right? To try to run this locally first. Okay, we're now going to say Docker run this in detached mode. Make sure you use this port, which is going to be 8080, allocated to my internal 8080, and then go ahead and use glorified to do at latest and try to run it locally. Let's see what's going to happen. Now we have a running container. Let's now check Docker PS. Let's see what's going to happen. We don't have anything running. Docker PS A. It exited. Why did it exit? I don't know. Let's see. Docker run and see what's going to happen. Now let's check Docker PS. So it's now up and running. We can now check it out by saying Docker PS A. So everything runs. Let's check back here. Now we have the image running. We can go to our container to see. Let's see, running container. We don't have any running container for some reason, but we have this image that is up and running. Exited 7 seconds ago. Why does it exit, bruh? Let's say Docker run this. See what's gonna happen. Docker run this, and then let's check now the ones running. Docker peers. Bro, they keep exiting. Why, bro? Oh my god, I hate this shit. I hate this shit, bro. God, bro, this is just so annoying, bro. Oh my god. Let's go back and see. This is running, but the container is not running for some reason. I don't know why. Let's say Docker compose up in detached mode. That is gonna create that. Let's say Docker PSA. This is the only one that's running and is not exiting. Did it exit as well? Let's say Docker PS. So this one is running, the one containing the Docker container. Let's check it here. All right. Make sure the database system is ready to accept connections. Nice. Let's go back here. Say Docker run this. Then let's check this entire image. Copy. Say Docker run this image. Then Docker PS. Okay. This Postgres one is running. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now let's go ahead and say Docker build, and let's build that container. Okay, Docker run Docker PS. Yep, so everything is running as expected, my boys. As you guys can see, we've done a lot here. Now let's just push this entire image. We're gonna say Docker push. Let's log in, right? Docker login. We are going to log in a second. Okay, we have logged in. Now let's just push this entire image. Docker push. And we did not build that image actually with the username. So it's not gonna work. We're gonna say Docker build dash T, then prog filthy. We can name the platform as we can leave it like this, or we can just build the entire platform as Linux. We make sure we run in Linux, 64 and AMD 64. But in order for us to use this, we have to change this to build X. We have to use a different builder. So we have to build this with X, and then we say build so that we can allow it can allow us to build for two different platforms, which is multi-platform architect. We're gonna say also give us for the one for the Linux, ARM, AMD 64, and then build that. What's going on? Docker build X build T works with only one platform? How is that possible, bro? How is that even possible? Let's look at all the images we have so far. So we have the Postgres image glorified to do. Now let's build this Docker build dash T prog filthy. Remove this entire platform. Let me just build it without a platform, see what's gonna happen. Okay, now let's check Docker images, image ls. All right, now we have this glorified to do and also this one. If we check it here, we have this one now. And we can either run it locally or we can bring it down. So let's just bring this down. Let me delete this. I need to go to the container, the one that is running. Let me just, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Let's just delete this. Volume, what's going on? Let's see. Image glorified to do is in use. Delete the container using it. Do I have any container that's using it? Make sure it's not running. Okay, this is the one. It's running though, right? Oh God, what is glorified to do, bro? Let me just delete this for now. Let me delete this entire container. And then we'll go to the volumes. We just delete this entire volumes as well. Cool. So we can leave this here. We can leave Postgres. Let's go back here. Then let's say Docker. We need to push this. We need to push this to the remote server. Make sure everything works fine. Okay, bro, it's taking forever to get to the remote server. Nonetheless, we are now going to go to AWS EC2 AWS for South Africa. Nice. Oh man, this is a flashbang, bro. God damn. All right, boys. I don't want you guys to steal my credentials, okay? Nobody should steal my credentials, bro. You feel me? Nobody should steal my credentials. If you steal my credentials, I'm gonna come for you. Let's go next. Hopefully nobody's gonna steal my credentials, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna use my fingerprint. Let's go. Oh my God, so many codes, man. So many things to do. God damn. Let me just get the code on my phone here. Pass code. Okay, 7616381. Okay, sign in. Oh, all right. Why is this stuff in light mode, bro? Yeah, it's in dark mode. Thank God. So let's go back here and then we make sure we just get this public IP address and we can SSH into that private server. Let me close this. Let me close this off. Okay, before this crashes again. Mm, So let's open Ghosty as my favorite terminal. Oh, okay, boys. Bro, what the hell? Okay, everything is now cool, bro. We're now gonna make sure we just zoom this in like this. Uh, you check Docker PS. Okay, then let's say SSH into this private server. Access denied. Warning identified glorified. This no such directory. Okay, fine. Let's first check cd developer ls cd keys ls. Okay, fine. Now we can say SSH this. Fine. We are now inside our EC2 instance, right? We can now say Docker PS, see what's going on. So this is actually up and running, restarted 1 second ago. That means it is running, right? And we can easily access our backend now. I mean, wow, I forgot. We can access our backend, yeah. We can clear this. Let's say sudo yum dash y update. So what's gonna happen? Okay, everything is fine. Let's say sudo yum dash y install docker. Make sure we have a clean slate. Okay, it's fine. We also need to install, let's check docker ps.a. So we have all the containers that we need, right? Now let's just exit from this EC2 instance for now. And let's try to call this. Let's get into this and we'll make sure we are talking to port 8080. And let's try to grab slash API slash to-dos. Let's see what's gonna happen. Failed to attempt this after couldn't connect to the server. Oh man, I hate these things, bro. Why is it failing to connect to the server? Jesus Christ. We have some problems, man. My boys, listen, bro. I have a problem. Why are we failing to reach the server, bro? What the hell? And what's going on? Are we still live on YouTube? Yep. Let me make sure we are still live on YouTube, bro. Yeah, we're still live on YouTube, so everything still looks good. Okay, what's the next thing we have to do now, my boys? So Docker PS. We don't have any containers running. So here's the thing, bro. For some reason, uh, I'm failing to build the actual image itself. So I have my notes here that I wrote down, right? That I need to look at. If you guys are interested in seeing, these are my notes, right? So I need to understand how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this using CI/CD. Right now, I feel like this is annoying me. Doing it custom like this is annoying me, right? We need to go ahead and do this using CI/CD. So it's only right for us to go to our GitHub and try to build this CI/CD GitHub. Let's try to build this pipeline, bro. Why don't you apply it to your country's local companies? Oh, bro, I don't know. My companies here, they don't value developers, bro. Find somebody that has insane skills that will tell you $2,000 a year. These guys don't value developers, bro. Trust me, bro. I don't know what's up with them. They just don't value developers like that. So why would I spend years learning my skill just for someone to pay me $2,000 a year? What the hell is that? I'd rather not work at all, bro. I'm telling you, bro, these people are just cutthroat. they, don't, they don't look at software engineering as something important, dog. It's crazy. Let's just go and build this CI/CD pipeline real quick. Obviously, it's not going to be real quick, but yeah, whatever. So we're going to go to actions section here, and we're going to try to configure this with GitHub action. So it's going to give us this entire Docker image. We're just going to say, matter of fact, I think I already have it even, right? Why would I do it again from scratch? I'll just walk you guys through everything. I have the CI/CD pipeline. I think yep, 4 days ago. Let me go here. Let me go to my workflows, I think. Yep, my workflows here. And then I can just get this entire compose YAML. That's interesting. So I'm just gonna paste it here. And I'm gonna walk you through everything, right? First, we have Docker build. The name of this entire workflow is just gonna be Docker build push, and then we deploy to EC2 instance. Then the entire action will be triggered on push to the main branch. And the jobs that I will be running will be build and deploy, run on Ubuntu. We are going to be running on Ubuntu. And then the steps that we shall follow, the first step will be we check out the code. Then we set up the Java. Now we could keep this Java as 21 as JRE, or we could just leave it as 21. And then the distribution is Tumurin. We build a jar just like this. And then from there, we log into our Docker Hub. And this is going to use this GitHub login. And we can use this Docker Hub username and token. Then we can build the Docker image. Now we just have to change these things, right? Instead of this Spring Boot whatsoever, we are just going to have glorified to do something like this. Let's keep it as glorified to do. Yeah, man, it's $2,000 a year, bro. Trust me, it's crazy. We can have glorified to do. We'll go ahead and copy this, and we paste it somewhere here. What's going on before TikTok just cuts me off, because TikTok be cutthroat with it. Okay, so we have that in place. The next thing we have to do is SSH into our EC2 instance, and we need the host name. I mean, the host will be this. This will be our host, right? This public domain will be our host, and then the username will be EC2 user, and then the secret will be the one that we have as spam. And we make sure if there's any that's running, we're gonna call this glorified to do as well. Remove, not this, oh god. We're going to say glorified to do. So if there's already an instance that's running, first remove it. If you have that image that's running, remove it. Or else go ahead and filter out anything that's running on 8080 and then stop it. And at the same time, we also have to make sure we change this to the latest image, just like this. And yeah, unless it's stopped, we are also going to make sure we tag this with the name, glorified to do. And here we also tag it with this name, glorified to do. Yeah, I think it's good now, glorified to do everywhere. So I'm just going to save and commit these changes, right? I'm going to go ahead and save and commit these changes. All right, and then it is going to now our entire backend is now ahead of our code. We can just say git pull to pull those changes that we made in the remote server. So now we have Git. We have the workflow here, as you can see locally now. So these are the changes. What's going on with this distribution? Remove the parameter. No, what the hell? Bro. Yep. This is fine now. This is fine. So this is what we need to go and add. So we just need to copy this entire thing, copy this, and then we go back here to settings. We need to go ahead and go to what, secrets and variables. Then we can add this, okay, not environment, but new secrets. Let's go to variables. Or we can just keep them as secrets actually. Then we can just say new repository secret. Now this is one. Docker Hub username is actually productivity. Let's just add this as a secret. Okay, let's add another secret. We need the token. Let's add this as the token. Now, getting this token, we need to go to Docker Hub. So now we need to go to our default privacy. Not really. We actually need to go to Docker Hub itself. Then first check default privacy. Wait, my boys, let me put this down. Account settings. Yep, and then we need to get the personal read. We can just create another one here. Instead of Docker token, we can just generate a new token. Access token, we can just say this is for glorified to do. Glorified to do token, something like this. Let's copy this name. I mean, we can just generate this with public read only. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Back to token access. Where is it? Where is it glorified to do? Let's delete this token. Let's generate a new token. We're gonna call this glorified, and then we're gonna give it read and write access. And then we can just copy this entire token. We go back here, and then we add this as the token. Now we need to add another variable as well. Make sure it's not asking me for anything. Good. Okay, let's go back to this. IntelliJ, let's grab the Docker username. Wait, we have the Docker username already, right? So we don't need it again. We have the Docker username, Docker username. We need the EC2 host. EC2 host is going to be EC2 user. No, not that, not that. Actually, the host is going to be our public domain here. So let's copy our public domain. Let's close this off. Let's close that off. This is going to be our public domain. Let's add this. And I think the last secret is what we're going to build now. The last secret, not the last or second last. We're going to need the user. Let's create the EC2 user. We're going to just say EC2 user. We add that. And then the last one is going to be our secret. Now, one thing for real, boys, that I want to show you guys, right? Because I don't want to leak my entire keys here, right? I don't want to leak my keys. Or I can even just go ahead and create them again, right? But for adding this, we're going to need this EC2 Let's grab the keys now. This is gonna be our SSH key. I don't want anybody to steal my SSH key, but I'm still going to revoke it after this stream, so don't worry. It's all good. We're gonna say not really that. We're gonna say cut, and let's pick our I. We pick our glorified to do. What's actually the name? Let's first grab ls, and we just copy this entire thing. We're gonna say cut I dash I. We have this glorified to do, cut, glorified to do. Yep. Don't go and steal my keys, bro. If you steal my key, I'm gonna come for you. I promise you. Let me just let me delete it real quick. But I'm gonna revoke it though, so don't worry. You're good. Okay, that's our SSH key. I'm gonna go ahead and add our SSH key. So now I think we have everything we need, right? Uh, so now we need to go back to actions, and we now need to just redeploy this entire thing now. Let's just go ahead and create this from scratch again. Redeploy jobs. We're gonna say rerun all jobs, whether failed or not. And then let's see what's gonna happen. Let's watch magic. Let's watch magic happening. God, click this, bro. Ah, what's going on? What is cute, bro? Yes, it's deploying. Let's click now. Let's notice what's happening here. Okay, so it's actually performing some magic right now. Hopefully, we're not gonna get errors, but I guess we're gonna get errors. That's just expected. Okay, so we've built the jar, we've logged into Docker Hub. Now we are trying to build the Docker image, and the Docker image is okay. Let's see. Oh Lord. Oh, now we are good. We are good. Now we are SSHing, right? Inside our EC2 instance. That is nice. Okay, so yep, everything kind of looks cool. Uh yeah, our application is deployed. So we are good. We are up and running. We don't even have to do anything locally, right? So our application is now up and running, our entire backend. Now if we try to send something, it should run. It should run. Let me now get out of this, get out of this, get out of this. ls pwd. Okay. Now let's say call failed to connect to this because let's check our SSH now. Let's say SSH. No, we need to actually cd inside cd inside developer. Why is it not working? So our entire thing is deployed into EC2, right? Now we need to connect our Postgres now. So let's go to NeonDB. NeonDB. If we make any changes locally, right? Now let me show you guys that if we make any changes locally, it is going to redeploy automatically, right? Before we even do anything else. Let me go here. Close this. All right. Where is our? So as you can see, if I click actions here, you'll notice we have this action that is successful, right? Now let me try to make any change within our local server. Let me just try to create another endpoint, or we can even just create a new service. Here it could be a new endpoint actually. We'll just create a new endpoint. We have getting to do. Yep. Let me see, getting to do here by ID. And let me try to create a new endpoint that is going to be something like this, right? Let me say to do to do oh, we can just say, I think, status controller, and then we just go ahead and add this to Git. Then we just add anything random here. We could say this status controller, it will be REST controller, and then this will have request mapping. This will go to slash API slash maybe to dos slash status, something like that. All right, and then here we can have private final to do service as to do service, and then we can just make sure we create a new constructor here. We say required argument constructor. It will remove that error, and then I can just have here get mapping. Oh, we can have actually a post mapping, and then as long as it goes to public here with the response entity, we're going to say create new to do response, and then let's just say anything here, right? And then we are just going to go ahead and mark this like this. Now these are the changes that we created, right? Let's say we want to add these changes to Git. We're just going to say, first of all, we check Git status. Git status, so we have some things here that we've created. Now let's say clear this, git commit, git add everything to the staging area, then git commit -m. We're gonna say add random control, random status control. Then we commit that and we just say git push. And then here's the magic, boys. Here's the magic. Now let's go to our workflow. Then we just refresh this. You notice what's gonna happen. You see that add random status controller has already been added. Automatically, we are again redeploying. Again, we are going crazy. This is automatically. We don't have to do anything. As you can see, it's actually just doing, it's building the jar, which is the what? The single executable that is going to be running on our EC2 instance. Makes sense. It's redeploying everything from scratch. That's nice. So it is now pushing to Docker Hub. It's pushing a new image to Docker Hub. And if you guys want to see what is actually pushing to Docker Hub, it's here. Let me close this EC2 instance. Let me go to Docker Hub so you guys can see. Docker Hub. So this is actually glorified to do this one here. As you guys can see, it was deployed less than a minute ago. And as this one is finishing, it's pushing everything here. So as you can see, less than 1 minute ago, we have pushed this glorified to do 1 minute ago. So nice. It means it's moving and our application is up and running now. So that is good. That is good. Now let's just go back to our let's go back here and just remove all the stupid changes that we made, right? So we don't have to stress our server one more time, delete that. And I think since we've deleted that, let's just say git status. Let's see, we've deleted something. So we're just gonna say git commit -m. Let's just say deleted the random controller, random status controller. So this is how big companies, this is how they code, brother. You get what I'm saying? Git, think git add, we've done it already. Did we do that? Now let's say git add every change that we made. Let's now check git status to make sure we are okay. Um, Git status again. Your main branch is ahead of the origin. So now we just need to push this to our external. Good. So this is going to trigger another deployment again. We're going to refresh this. We have another deployment. If we go back here, yep, delete the random number or random controller. So that's gonna be it for I think today's entire stream. We've really done a lot of work. Tomorrow we shall just deploy the database, and that is gonna be it, my boys. Feel what I'm saying? Yep. Ah, God, my boys on TikTok are going. Wow, where are my brothers from YouTube? Ah, man, god damn. I'm so tired, bruh. I think I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. You feel me? I'm just gonna deploy and then we shall call it a day. Feel me? Okay. This is CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous integration and continuous deployment or delivery. So there you go, my boys. Anything else that you guys want to see, just let me know, bro. And I'm out of here. Feel me? My battery's low. I'm tired. I gotta go chill now. So we have some changes for today. Not bad. So I think if you guys want to see my portfolio, I can show you guys here. This is my portfolio. Where is it? Where's my portfolio? Show you guys my portfolio. It's super trash, but you get the point. It looks cool though. I haven't updated my portfolio in years, bro. Swear to God, it's still like super old. So there you go. What else can I share, guys? I have a lot of projects though. That's why you can see like there's so much coding here. I have a lot of projects. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I think I think I can show you guys one project that I have. It's not Filthy Wave. I think it's Daddy Bucket. Let me search for it. Daddy Daddy Bucket front end. Let me just click this. And it's probably deployed as well, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's Daddy Bucket front end. I don't know. Let me go to Vassal. Projects. Bro, where are the projects? Mm, okay, so I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. This is my other project for making beats. Allow this. This is some fire shit, bro. I haven't finished this entire project, right? I will finish it maybe. I keep saying I'll finish it, but I will. I will definitely finish this project. I'm just super lazy, bro. I can't even lie to you guys. Just super lazy. But as soon as I finish, I'll tell you guys. I'll show you guys. I think I'm just gonna be out of here, my boys. Thank you guys for watching, man. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Feel me? On TikTok, I'm gone, my brothers. Let me go and talk to my brothers on YouTube. So tomorrow, man. Let's go. How do you even end this shit? I think it's here. Okay, fine. Bye, boys. Mm. Yo, my brothers on YouTube, I think I'm gonna go off as well, bro. You feel me? I'm super tired today. Talk to you guys tomorrow. It's almost 2 hours. Oh my god, so like 6 minutes to finish. Let me just switch this. Let me just finish the 2 hours. I hate seeing 1 hour. It means I didn't work a lot. So let me see what else I need to work on. God. I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy, bro. I like his tutorials. Even Quan. Oh yeah. These are the people I watch, bro. See what else do I need to see here? What is this guy even yapping about?
AI. What do you mean you saw this and said, how are people so bad at identifying AI? What do you mean you saw this and said, yeah, it looks good? These videos have hundreds of millions of views, and somehow nobody saw the presence under the tree. Or the tree, or her. Nobody's fingertips look like that. Look at the phone case. Look at the center of the phone case where they tried to put the Apple logo. Like a good rule of thumb, if all of their videos are under 15 seconds, there's no brands in anything, they're never talking, their jeans look like that, that should be a red flag, man. How are people so bad at identifying AI? What do you mean you saw this and said, yeah, it looks good? These
This is just some fun shit that I watch, you know. I'll be having fun a lot these days.
And letting you pull any nefarious. I hope you know I won't be sitting back and letting you pull any nefarious stunts.
Worry not, Lord Beerus, I'll behave.
I like the way that halo looks on you, Frieza.
Thank you, but we both know it look even more fetching on a prince. Shall I give you one?
Go ahead. Did you not just hear me say no stunts? You can't pick fights with your new teammates.
Yeah, I'd like to watch. I'd like to finish this for real, bro. Oh God. That is play was good, brother. How you doing, man? How's life, bro? How's everything? How's everything rolling with you, my G? I'm gonna watch this guy's video. I like to watch this guy's videos. I can't lie. What else do I need to look at? Bro, boring, man. What happened, bro? My boy said life is boring. What happened, man? Who broke your heart, boy? What's the project you're currently working? Oh, man, there's a project called audio processing that I'm actually trying to pursue, right? It is I think I have it here on this side. Job ready, Spring Boot plan. I think something like that. There's a project here that I want to actually build. It's let me go up here. Not microservices. Yep, this one actually. This one right here. I want to build this. I'm interested in audio, so multi-tenant audio processing platform. It's also going to be like in form of SaaS. It's like you upload video, I mean audio, and then I process them and stuff like that. I'm thinking of learning Spring Boot too. Oh, that's my boy. You gotta learn Spring Boot, man. Spring Boot is like hands down the best investment you can like you can add to your toolkit. I'm telling you, bro. What you build? A software creators upload audio and normalize the volume, trim the silence, convert formats, add watermark, generate waveform, download process files, and you can charge monthly subscription. That's what I'm gonna be doing, bro. Like this entire time. That's what I'm gonna be doing. What else? Maybe I'll also build another event ticketing platform that is going to have Google Auth, creating events, selling tickets, payment integration, order management, email confirmations, and admin dashboard. Yeah, I'm going to start applying for jobs for sure, bro. I feel like I have enough skills now to like work at any company, you know? And then I can conclude with like microservices using Swing and stuff. No, no. What is Swing? Swing. What is Swing? Is it like a framework or something? Is it like a framework? I don't know about Swing. I don't know what you mean by Swing, bro. Bro, I've never touched that at all. This is so alien to me. Um, This is so alien to me. I can't lie to you, bro. Swing, lightweight, GUI toolkit, cross-platform. Nah, I haven't touched it at all. I'm telling you the things that I like. Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, yeah. We did this in college, by the way. I just didn't think about it like that. But yeah, in college we did these J frames, like all these J frames is, I think there is also, is it H frame or something? Then labels, you add label, J label, and yeah, this is just for creating GUIs. I know. I haven't just put my mind to it like that, for sure. Yeah, but I wouldn't, I don't think it's very like that knowledge of swing is important to Spring Boot. I really doubt, I highly doubt. So I think that's gonna be it, man. My boys. Let me see. Today, bro, that display you joined us late, bro. I swear to God, I'm super tired. Yo, brother, gotta go rest, man. I'm gonna catch up with you guys tomorrow. I promise. Let's catch up tomorrow, man. Bro, I'm thinking seriously, like, should I build small projects now from Swing or learn JSPA, servlet completely, or develop actual project? One thing I would say is like this, right? If you go to this, you just go to roadmap.sh, right? Go to roadmap.sh. If you go to roadmap.sh and you go to Java, right, you'll never waste your time doing all that. I feel like you're just going to be wasting your time. Soon as you follow this roadmap, this is enough for you to start like going to Spring Boot straight. Don't do the rest, like all that. Those ones are already outdated. Nobody really cares about them like that, for real. Trust me, bro. So that's it, man. I think I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, my G. You get it? We tap in tomorrow. But it build. What do you mean by build? I'm confused. Yeah. For real. The core concept. That's true. You don't really need that much core concept, my G, if you ask me. Don't really need that much core concept. As long as you understand arrays, collections, and all that, you just understand something that will help you use Spring Boot. It's like React, right? As soon as you understand the DOM, you don't really need all that. Yeah, if you know PHP, then you're good. Yeah, good to go for sure. So yeah, man. I'm gonna catch up with you tomorrow, my G. Tomorrow you come early so that we can chat and have fun. Let's go.